Okay, I think we're live.
Mm, that's good.
What's up, dude?
Chilling, chilling, chilling. What do you
Chilling?
want to talk about today?
Uh,
You said the agenda. I'm just gonna be on that today.
sure, sure. I have some stuff. Let me see. Let me take out my notes because this is a
Yeah,
professional
of
stream.
course, man. Only professional. If you're not gonna do it professionally, then what's the point?
Right. So,
You gotta take
like last week, I didn't do much coding wise. Not much progress.
How come?
I had
Tell us
some.
the struggles, Christos. We love to hear about the struggles, not only the good stuff. And
Yeah, yeah.
you need to share struggles with us.
No, I mean, like it's not like you have to. This is always like a side thing, right? It's not like you have to always have progress and whatnot. This isn't our full-time gig.
Oh,
I had, s-
really? It's not. Oh, I thought we were doing this full time.
yeah, no, I had some stuff, but I did more like research. I wanted to take it a bit chill. I was looking into, about my Reddit escapades, as you mentioned, and like these people that I'm working with, not really working with, but yeah, basically the things that we might want to do are mobile. They want the mobile app, and I have no experience with mobile.
Oh.
I don't really wanna get involved too much with native development and Kotlin and Android and iOS, whatever technologies. I want to pretty much stick with web. So I went
Mm.
and looked into like how do you? Because I'm aware you can do. There's ways you can do like one code base, and you can have it in both web and mobile. So I went and had a look like what ways. Basically, how can you do? What's the best way to go about it? And I saw three main ways. Uh, So there is this thing called PWAs, Progressive Web Apps, which is
Mm-hmm.
essentially just you write your code, you write your app in web as normal, so still an Next.js app, let's say, and then you add
Yeah.
some stuff on top of it, some small configuration, whatever manifest files, and you get
Mm-hmm.
this progressive web app, which is basically when you go on your mobile and you open a browser, you open the app,
Mm.
and then you can do install to home screen or add to home screen. So basically, that
Okay.
creates it like an app. So you add it to your home screen. It looks like an app, but in reality, it's still like a whatever web view wrapper. Like it's still a browser basically.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, so that's like one way of doing it. And then what you can do, there's another thing that you do on top of that, so that you can get them to the Play Store and App Store. They're not as performant as actual native apps, but they do the job. And if but there are like some limitations, but it works. And yeah, like you don't have easy push notifications, accessing GPS and whatnot. It's possible, but it's not the best essentially. But it should be fine for me now. And the other one is Capacitor.js, which is like again another wrapper, and it creates a native app. Again, some other restrictions there, but yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with like PWA, a progressive web app.
Don't remember right now, like what the idea was.
So for the
Yeah.
app,
Yeah.
uh,
You don't want to talk about it, right?
yeah, I don't know if I can disclose that at the moment, but maybe in the next one.
Okay, because I'm thinking whether you need push notifications for that kind of stuff or not.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing. like that needs a lot of compute or anything. It doesn't need to be like a native app. It would be
Yeah, as long as it just doesn't feel like laggy, like it's not a big deal. But then again, like I honestly think like why would you just not make a mobile app? Like I feel that it would be just as easy for you.
yeah, like if I want to make a native app, like I need to learn React Native or I don't know what else they're doing, Swift for iOS
But
or no, React Native does both, right? One code base.
React Native does both, Flutter does both. You could do one of those. Um, yeah, I don't know, like, because from what I remember, like, was there a plan to have both a web app and a mobile app? I thought it was just a mobile app.
What for the thing that I'm doing?
Yeah, I don't remember the thing, but like you're building, but isn't a
Uh,
mobile app enough?
uh, Kind of both, I guess. The thing with like React Native, even though, is like you need two code bases, right? You need one React Native for the app, and then another one for web.
I mean, yeah, no, you have the same problem across the board, but whatever you do, if you use Flutter or whatnot, but my point is whether you actually need a web app.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know, I don't remember what it was, but
You know what? One thing I was reading about, like someone was saying, like we're sleeping on mobile apps because on mobile apps you have the Play Store or the App Store, and people go and search for stuff. Whereas on the stores, whereas on web, it was like people don't really search for stuff as an app. Whereas if you like on stores, you go and search for I don't know, specifically
yeah,
only apps. On web, you can search for anything, but like on stores, it's specifically apps, so it's better for like um, searchability.
yeah, there's probably less competition also when 'cause I don't know, obviously like on Google you have the whole like I don't know, like SEO aspect of it and like trying to outrank other people, whereas in like, I don't know, like an app store, for example, Apple Store, I don't know like how exactly like there probably is still things you can do, but I mean people definitely don't talk about it as much, which makes me think there's less competition, so that could be true.
Yeah, I think we're sleeping on mobile.
Yeah, but I mean you have to have an idea for mobile first, right?
Yeah.
Which I mean, I guess you do in this case, so.
Yeah. Like you said, you had experience with Flutter.
Yeah, like over COVID, I did like this small app. Never finished it. This was like oh, this was pre-AI as well, so I was doing like Flutter courses.
Damn.
Bro, honestly, it's like saying that to people makes you feel like a dinosaur at this point. Like
I don't know how you did it.
you coded before like AI, and like yeah, I used my brain. You know, this is the thing with AI. I feel like it makes us so dumb now. Like I feel like I don't use my brain. I don't. Honestly, it's scary. Um, but yeah, I made this like Anki app. Have you heard of Anki?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like the idea was that yeah, you had like these flashcards and it would somehow based on like how you answer correctly or incorrectly, it would decide when to ask you that question next. Um, yeah, it was like I never finished it, but yeah, it was interesting. Like It was actually like that made learning React so much easier because Flutter has a very similar structure, um, but it looks more like Java.
Mm.
So now imagine like, yeah, React. It doesn't have the kind of net. It has the nested syntax, but with structure, but with Java syntax. So you imagine you're kind of opening,
Curly
you're
brackets.
initializing an object like in Java without new, and then you're just kind of like as a parameter to it, you're adding another nested object and that sort of structure. Like,
Mm.
yeah, it works the same way, but yeah, it was so that was like very easy because he uses a programming language called Dart, which yeah, similar to Java. So yeah, that was like made it a lot easier as well because I didn't have to think about that at all really. Um, but yeah, it was nice. Like I don't know, I looked at React Native as well, and yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks to be honest like exactly like Flutter, but with a React syntax. Um, you have that the same kind of structure with like view component and um yeah, I guess if you don't know either, then it doesn't really matter which one you'd go for.
Mm-hmm. There's another way of doing it, like it's called Expo. I'm not too familiar with like that technology, but again, I think it's again React Native.
I thought Expo was. Oh no, maybe I'm confusing with something else.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it might be worthwhile. Like I think it will be good to like learn this stuff at some point because then you have another place to publish your SaaS. You can make it both
Mm.
web and mobile, and if they find your mobile, that could be good. Like you have another medium of distribution. Like you can go and look at what they're searching on mobile and try and get market from there.
Yeah, although like for me, for what I'm building, like a mobile app is like
Hmm. Doesn't make sense,
yeah,
right?
like yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. So if I had something, yeah, I definitely would try that out. Maybe even just do mobile first and try and promote it that way.
So the other thing I was thinking about is this thing called founder product fit. It's essentially where the founder, like the one making the product, is a user of the product. Like you're using your own product. So one of the things that I'm doing is I haven't been working on it for like a week or two now, but it's uh, I'm not like I have zero founder product fit. I don't use it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I'm not building it for myself. So essentially, don't really have like kind of any idea. I mean, I know how to build it, but like I'm not a user of it. And I was working with somebody who is like I wanted him to be like the main driver of it. But it's like yeah, I feel like if I'm not interested in the product that much, when I encounter some initial struggle, I might just if I'm not so interested in it, I might just give up. So what do
Mm.
you think about like is it important to have founder product fit?
Um, I don't think it's necessarily important to have it. I think it makes it easier because um I mean, I guess for a number of reasons. Like one, you're obviously making your life easier, but because yeah, you're solving your own problem, you always need to do it to some capacity, but because of that, you also know what needs to be built. Um, whereas if you're building it for someone else, you're kind of guessing, and I don't know, you need more user feedback or more user conversations or um so I don't think it's I don't think you need it, but I also wonder, like, do you have enough motivation to work on it um without having like need for it yourself? If you do, then maybe it's not an issue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's another thing.
Do you have it though?
Uh, Difficult.
Right, so you don't basically.
Kind of, yes. I mean, I really depend on this other person to kind of guide me and give me feedback because this person will also be the main distribution of it. Like he's the one. He has a Discord server, and the idea was that we
Then you don't
might.
believe in it, dude.
Yeah, no,
You
but
believe
no. The thing is, the good thing about this is it's something that already exists. Like there is validation there. Like so, there are competitors. So I know people want to use this thing. It's something
yeah.
that I dabbled with in the past, but not as a primary user. Again, I was working with somebody else. It's like, okay, there is demand for this thing. I've worked with it in the past. I've done it in the past, kind of. So I thought I might
Are you
try.
not excited to build it?
Um, eh,
You're not.
yes and
Dude,
no.
if no, it's not yes and a no. It's like you either are or aren't. Like
I don't know. I feel like a bit lately I'm being a bit demotivated, but it's like it's kind of a big. I think I just need to break the tasks down more.
are you but yeah, okay, you need to figure out why you're demotivated because if it's not an idea that's gonna get you excited, then this is not gonna have legs to stand on.
Yeah.
Okay, you build it, you're basically a contractor at that point. You're gonna build this product for this guy effectively. I know you've built it, maybe you'll be founder or whatever, but realistically, this is not gonna survive. Like, even if you get a user for this, that's not, I don't think that's gonna change how excited you are about this.
Mm, yeah.
So I think you should pursue something else if that's the case, but unless you find motivation to work on this, because you're working on this because well, you feel you have to at this point, because
That's a good external motivator. You know, because I have
what's the
somebody. Like if I have somebody that's working with me on this.
buddy, you've just recreated the job. That's what you've done. You've just gotten employed at a second place right now.
No, but it's less than that. Like it's my own thing at least.
It's not your own thing, because if it is your own thing, then th- to me, it's like it's your own thing when there's like you're the motivator, right? You're the one who wants to do it for free and keep at it even if it doesn't work out because you're excited about this, right? The same thing I was talking about the Anki app. It's like
Mm.
I wasn't building this for anyone. I just wanted to learn Flutter and like use it and test it out and pick up like new skills, and like no one was waiting for it. So there wasn't like necessarily like any, I don't know, founder need, but I was just excited about it. That's why it made sense. But you don't have that, dude.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know.
No, there's nothing to know. There's no don't know. It's you don't either
I
do
don't
or
know.
you don't. Like project, like I am excited by the idea that someone could use this because I think it's like, oh, this is useful. I've had this problem myself. It's like I'm excited to work on it. That's why I'm frustrated that I was like ill this last week and there's like life admin shit that I'm doing, and then like you're obviously like your regular job, and like all this stuff is preventing me from doing this, and I'm like pissed off at myself, like that I didn't do anything really in the last like, I don't know, at least 4 days.
Mm.
Probably when I traveled back home. So that would have been Saturday. Saturday I worked on it like a few hours. So yeah, it's been almost a week, 5 days. So dude, this is what I'm pissed off. But you've not really done much, and you're kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I need to break down the tasks. Maybe no, you don't. Just work on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Maybe just hire someone then.
Oh,
If you think this idea is good, then get someone else on board.
yeah, but then
Get them to.
you go into like bringing more people. And,
Okay, bring another dev then, and get like just a third then equity.
mm. One thing I
Why
was
not do
thinking
that?
about is the distribution, like having someone that's like the distribution guy.
Yeah, so you have a distribution guy. You're the idea guy and tech guy. You really want to do tech, so you can just oversee what the other guy does, and he can be
Mm.
the code minion, you know?
Well, Levels IO is solo.
Oh, you're not levels IO, dude.
I
You're already
wish.
not solo. You just found a distribution guy.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
What will we see? How will you solve this problem?
I don't know. I'll figure it out, man. I'm a problem solver. If anyone is interested in keep watching.
But you're not really showcasing your skills right now because there's a problem right in front of you and you're just dodging it.
No, I need to think. Need to think about it.
What do you need to think about? Have an action plan. What are you gonna think about? What are you gonna come back next week, aka in the next 3 days?
Hey, when is the next pod? We messed up the
There's no
schedule a bit.
reason for- Yeah, we messed up, but it's fine. We're gonna come back in 3 days or however long, and we're gonna do the same thing, and you're gonna be like,
Three
yeah,
days
I
is not
need.
enough. I need more time.
What do you mean you need more time? What are you doing all day? You're at home, dude. Work
Yeah.
is done. Think while you sleep. Like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah. Let's see. We got anyone in the chat? No, right?
Bro, who do you think is gonna be listening to this shit? If you're telling people you're a problem solver and you're not solving your own problems, then how you expect people to give you their own? Like, dude, at least show them what you're made of and
Yeah.
showcase your skills.
Need to step it up.
Yeah, just chatting shit like the rest of the people in Build in Public. Got big mouths.
Yeah, so you get a lot of followers, huh?
Bro, listen, I ain't shit. Like I'm not but what? What is it now? You see, I've not been posting. I'm a 240. Like, dude, I'm small time. I'm nothing. I'm just a peasant. I'm just a Twitter peasant. I got a verified check mark and what? Like, doesn't make me like big shit. Hey, so I've
Mm.
been slacking nothing. But I'm telling you, this is why it's like I just need to go like absolute 100%. It's like it's all or nothing kind of shit.
Yeah. All
I was
right.
thinking about getting so much like, oh, it's like all these algorithms are now targeting me hard. They're just telling me, like don't regret life. When you're old, you're gonna regret that you worked so hard and you didn't know what you wanted. And it's just like the world is like targeting me. Then it's like I'm getting the shit about doing ayahuasca and like enlightening, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll go to Costa Rica and do this shit. And I'm like, oh man, it's just wild. Like I'm just getting bombarded from all sides.
Don't listen to it. Man,
No, dude.
the amount of stuff I see when I'm doom scrolling is mad. Honestly, I overconsume. Like I watch a bunch of videos. I need to tone it down a bit.
Yeah, well, you could be working on charts crawler,
Exactly.
but I'm not convinced.
Okay, I think we've been going at it for 25 whole minutes.
Oh, time flies when you're just chatting shit and providing zero value to zero listeners.
I know, right? But it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, well, listen, you need to be more honest. This
Yeah.
is what I was telling you offline. You need to be a bit more raw.
Yeah, I know.
The zero viewers want to see raw emotion.
Okay.
Oh man. You just remind me of my granddad when he doesn't hear what I say and he just nods his head.
Bro, I'm hearing you. I hear you.
No, it's just like it's kind of like you acknowledge what I say, but it's like you don't agree with it or you're just gonna ignore it completely.
Oh no, man. You know, I take you seriously. Okay, I'm gonna end it here though. We gotta keep some stuff for the next one.
Oh yes, yes, I was holding so much back. Yeah, I got you to keep tabs on the time.
Yeah. All right. Closing it off. Catch you all in the next one. Peace.